Wow, wow, and again, wow.
Yeah, we've been hearing all kinds of billions of dollars because of the rain, and now we're hearing that it's close to 800 million in damage to the agriculture sector alone.
Yeah.
The Honorable Minister, Mr. Samuda, says more than 10,000 farmers were affected, with losses amounting to an estimated 794 million. Farmers suffered crop losses of 8,862 farmers suffered losses of 718,000, while over 1,400 farmers suffered livestock losses of an estimated 76 million. What am I talking about? The first one, not 718,000, 718 million. He also noted that a previous report of 522 million reflected a preliminary estimate of the damage to the sector. And today is the start of the hurricane season, isn't it?
I think so.
Yeah, isn't today the start of the hurricane season?
Boy, let me tell you.
Yes, it is.
Fire can cause so much damage. But you see water?
Yeah, man. Yeah, man.
Often overlooked because it looks so simple. But let me tell you, those rains, and that rain was for like what? Maybe half a week?
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe half a week.
But,
800 million in damage. And that's just to the agricultural sector. So you can imagine, and this is what's reported. You know, some people will have damage at home and they probably say, boy, I'm not going to say nothing because maybe I'm just going to fix it myself.
So we just come out of this now. So and the what's the word when you look forward?
Predict.
The prediction. No, you touch me now. You agree. That's why you're beside me. You help me out. The prediction is that we're gonna have a more than active or more than normal season, hurricane season. So we pray that doesn't happen.
What?
We pray that doesn't happen. All right. So the trial of Mr. Powell, Mr. Patrick Powell, about his firearm, that has started. And we're hearing that his firearm license has been revoked. And the Director of Audits and Complaints at the FLA confirmed that the license was revoked in November last year. That's a year after the police made a second request for that to happen. He said there has been no transactions on Mr. Powell's firearm since March 2011. So that was in court yesterday, and so, I guess we will hear more about that.
Because I'm confused about it. He's on trial for failing to turn over his firearm and ammunition for inspection. And this was after July 2011. We're now at June 2017.
Yep.
And I'm just wondering if there are no laws in this country for things like that. If the police make a request of a firearm and you don't turn it over, is it just okay to not turn it over?
I guess if you're asked to turn it over, you should. But if you don't, I read somewhere that he was out of the country when the request was made or something like that.
Yeah, but at 2017,
almost
6 years.
No, I accept.
So I just don't know. That's why I'm asking. It's odd to me.
I don't know either. Yesterday, something really funny happened. I was coming through Richmond Park, and there's this lady standing up. I'm going to turn right, and there's this lady just standing up at the corner and telling everybody, police round the corner. It was the funniest thing.
She was standing up telling people?
And she just had
police should have walked her from the car.
She just had this look at her face and she just said, police round the corner.
Oh my God.
So I started to laugh, and as soon as I come round, of course, the policeman stepped out and stopped me. So I just bust out and laugh. I said, officer, I didn't know so when it was round. I didn't say, oh. I said, well, somebody, I tell everybody. And him just started to laugh, and him say, yeah, them do it all the while. But so, you know, she might very well tell somebody who carry full of guns still, you know, which is true.
Yeah, the police say this all the time.
Which is true.
Because people drive and them flash.
I used to flash people, but I don't do it anymore. Because you might have flashed like a bad man where must get caught. But it was
you
so
might be
funny.
flashing all Marvin, and Marvin police
she just stand up and everybody, she does the part, police road. It was the funniest thing. And of course, me have to get caught night. Anyway, the officers were...
Isn't that funny though?
It was incredibly funny.
Because informer, personality in Jamaica, yeah, informer, but technically she's an informer. Yeah. She just up on the car like informer police. So anyway.
One with Kathy Griffin.
No, Kathy Griffin. Yeah. Boy, it's a thin line because I find that American comedians, some comedians around the world really don't hold no blows. You know, if you're in Jamaica, you're a comedian and you make fun of a politician, people are going to say disrespectful. In America, they don't care. So Kathy Griffin has a photo with Trump's head.
Bloodied.
Yeah,
Bloodied
decapitated. Yep. And so CNN says, well, Kathy, you know we have to let you go.
Done with her.
Yeah, so they terminated their agreement to appear on their New Year's Eve program. They said what she did was disgusting and offensive. And we're pleased to see she has apologized and asked that the photos be taken down. But they're not waiting. They said she had to go. She says, I crossed the line. I went way too far. The image is too disturbing. I understand how it offends people. It wasn't funny. I get it. I made a lot of mistakes in my career. I will continue to do so. I ask for your forgiveness. You know, we have to be careful that we don't, in trying to say that somebody is wrong in doing something, we are not wrong in the way that we do it. You know what I mean? People always say, don't give up your right. If you're in the right, don't give up your right. And I know a lot of people have been critical about Trump, but you have to be careful how you criticize him. You can't say he's this and he's that, and then you take it a little bit further. Yeah, and the man have a wife and children, so it really was bad, Kathy. And
I think it was Mahatma Gandhi that said we have to be careful we don't become the people we despise. Which is exactly what you just said.
Quite so.
So they
not as eloquently, but that's what I was saying.
It's me that. It means the eloquent, man. Like when you help me out with prediction.
Oh my God, yeah.
Trump administration approves tougher visa vetting, including social media checks.
Lord, Mr. Trump,
it done tough from morning, so no.
Yeah.
They have new questions.
Oui.
Part of an effort to tighten vetting of would-be visitors. And those questions were approved on May 23 by the Office of Management and Budget. Apparently, they're getting some criticism because of it. The critics argue that the new questions would be overly burdensome, lead to long delays in processing, and discourage international students and scientists from coming to the United States. I don't think Mr. Trump have a problem with that at all.
Well, he not care.
I don't think if it discourage anybody.
But this is crazy. It says, under the new procedures, consular officials can request all prior passport numbers. I don't know which part of them would find, so my mind. 5 years worth of social media handles, email addresses and phone numbers, and 15 years of biographical information, including addresses, employment, and travel history. So somehow when they did on social media cause Mr. Trump, and then in the ear said them I check social media and they said, Lord, make me change my angle when them ask me. Them want to find out where you used to call yourself before. And somehow we have some handle. Where bad man this and me go whatever that. Yeah.
Well, me good. Me good. Me even have status from WhatsApp. So
and this is
no, we don't need it. We all right.
They say this, lawyers and advocates say the request, as well as expectations that applicants remember all their social media handles, is likely to catch applicants who make innocent mistakes or do not remember all the information requested.
Yep.
So
which is what they do. You know, when they have the amnesty, so Delia will be trying to get a visa and she have 2 little youth, but she don't want to tell them about the 2 little youth because she want to get her visa. So she go up and she's overstay her time and she illegal, and then them say, all right.
Why you use my name in case somebody I watch? Good morning, Ambassador Moreno. If not talk about me, sir. I never overstay my time 1 hour more than
no, but please. Seriously though, you know, so when they call for the amnesty, you know, you have to refill out the thing, and then here comes Dales and say, well, I have 2 sons, Neville and Landia is my 2 pick to them. And them just say, but over here, so you say, you never have nobody.
No, well, if Neville and Landia, my pick them would have left for now. Cho.
You would have come back for
you. Would I run off left for no? No, I run off left for no for sure. This story just starts sound like it have some integrity.
All right, birthday time, folks. Come work with me every day, right, as usual. Now, I have some twins to show you. They're not identical. And I'm not certain who is who. But it's Alicia and Lisa Webb. Happy birthday. It's belated, so I don't know who is who. I forgot to the next one now. So I'm not certain if that is Alicia or Lisa. But there you go. So, belated birthday to Alicia and Lisa Webb, and it's from your sister Vanessa and the rest of the family, and from us here. And to Sashina Smith. Sashina, happy birthday. She works at Me Hungry. Want some food.
Oh,
you know, that's
wonderful
what,
place.
That's what it name, you know. Me Hungry. Want some food. That's what it's a raw food place.
Nice place.
Eh? Yeah, that's what it name.
Nice place.
Yeah, so Sashina,
Nice.
Sashina Smith, it's her birthday today. I hope you have a great day, Sashina.
Great pizzas and pies.
Yeah, man, they're wonderful.
It's Brian Heap's birthday. Good morning,
Easy,
Dr.
Brian.
Heap.
Yep.
And happy birthday to you. I hope you have a wonderful day. It's also Ralston McKenzie's birthday, so happy birthday to you, sir. Now, Stephlyn Gale asked me to wish her husband happy birthday. Husband shouldn't give me a name. She just say, my husband and his sister Hillary celebrate their birthday today. So happy birthday to your Stephlyn's husband. And also happy birthday to Mrs. J. Gordon, who's going to celebrate her birthday tomorrow with Stephlyn. I know they probably told you happy birthday, girl, but I have to say happy birthday to my girl, Shelly Ann Curran. Her birthday was yesterday. And you know she's going to celebrate all week.
Happy birthday.
So happy birthday to you. I don't know why Harrow is winding up his hand like a I don't know what to call it. It's all right. Maybe send Mr. Trump your email address then. Wind up here again. Happy birthday to everybody who's celebrating a birthday today.